I figured we could just get into it. I figured we'd just get into the Taylor. I have to listen to the whole thing anyway. I'm curious about the entire thing. So yeah, for real, I wouldn't be opposed to just starting with it. I figure let's just be starting with it. Please no, we're going to do it. I figure get it out of the way. Let's do it. Let's hear it. I don't care how good it is or it is not. We are going to listen to it. I'm not going to even, I actually don't even want chat sort of, I mean, you can poll it, but I'm not going to stop the songs because I got to hear the songs.
The whole way through.
I got to hear the songs the whole way through. So we're going to listen to the album. You can poll, but we're going to be listening to these songs. So if you're really here for these tracks, stick around. If you want to take a break and then maybe come back later when we are listening to like singles and stuff like that, and maybe a little agriculture, that sort of thing. We're going to do that afterwards. This is an act of aggression, maybe slightly, toward you guys, not toward anybody else other than you. So yes, exactly. Let's hear Taylor Swift save pop music with her latest record, Life of a Showgirl. What number album is this at this point?
13, right?
13.
Yeah.
Lucky number 13.
I think so,
And
yeah.
She used to write that on her guitar. She used to write 13. She's like obsessed
exactly. It's kind of her number.
I love that it came out on October 3rd, 10th month, 3rd day, 13.
Oh.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if anyone's done that yet, but I discovered that last night, so, you know.
If she loves something, it's her symbols and
numerology.
Yeah, exactly. She loves numerology.
That's some layers.
She loves football.
Some layers already.
Yeah.
All right. The Fate of Ophelia is the first track on the album. Let's give it a spin. Let's see what it's got. I've been hearing a lot of mixed stuff about this record. But you know what? I'm going to keep an open mind because I really want to see what it's got to offer. So let's do it. Here we go. Life of a Showgirl, Taylor Swift. Boom, boom. Okay, we got Shellback on that too, on the production as well. I think that's a pretty solid start to the album.
Yeah, it's a solid start.
I didn't mind it, yeah.
Despite all the negativity I've been seeing on the internet, I thought that was a strong start. I mean, the drums and piano parts weren't really crazy or anything like that, but it felt like very classy. It felt very refined.
I was bopping my head, and the Lana Del Rey influence is definitely there, but it didn't necessarily insult me this time.
I think in her vocalizations it was like really clear at the start of the song, but then as like it kind of warmed up and she started getting a little bit more passionate and kind of hitting us with like, higher harmonies that like Lana wouldn't necessarily touch. Mm-hmm. Like it was like, okay, this feels like a Taylor song. Feels very bright, feels very sweet. Also like, I don't know, the drama of it, if you want to call it that. I mean, I haven't looked into the whole like Ophelia backstory connection, like what the reference point is necessarily, but like, it sounds very storybook. Mm-hmm. It sounds very, again, poppy, but like elegant.
Which is quintessential Taylor when you kind of like go back to her roots on Fearless, like, comparing herself to stories and fairy tales. So
honestly, this is like what I wish more songs from Midnight sounded like, because I felt like there was kind of a sleepiness to that record that I just thought was like sort of a turnoff, mm-hmm. Like pop music that's like lighter, airier, but has like at least a little bit of a bite to it, especially with the vocal performance, I think would have been a lot nicer. This is a pretty good change of pace, and it's a lot more direct and to the point than much of anything on Tortured Poets, which like I prefer that, than kind of just like going out into the weeds and whatever. So, liking the tighter direction, liking the pop appeal, liking the bit of passion on the vocals. So again, I think it's a pretty good start to the record. So, all right, let's move on to the next track, Elizabeth Taylor. And thank you to everybody who's subscribing, supporting the stream, being here, vibing, being cool. Thank you. All right, Elizabeth Taylor, we're listening through to the whole Taylor Swift album. We are listening through The Life of a Showgirl. All right, let's hear track number 2. Boom, boom. Here we go. Elizabeth Taylor. Okay. 2 tracks into the Taylor Swift. I actually like that one too.
I liked it too. I'm like a little surprised.
It went harder than the first one.
Yeah. I thought it was like the perfect amount of dramatic. I like some of the lyrics in there. Be my NY when Hollywood hates me. Mm-hmm. I think it's tongue in cheek, but not enough to like the point where it's bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's actually like kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's actually kind of funny. I also I don't know, again, I do hear like some of the inflections and some of the like articulations that feel like very Lana-esque, but I feel like she's adopting it pretty well, like being as like, you're only as good as your last hit, baby. It's like it's a little over the top.
The parts in the background were my favorite part.
Yeah.
The piano super dramatic. That
Yeah.
piano hit on the chorus.
Yeah.
Drums hitting hard.
Yeah.
And so far again, it feels very theatrical in the way that you would want a record with Showgirl in the title to sound.
I was bobbing my head. Yeah.
Yeah, no, again, I thought that track went even harder than the last one. It was
It's weird to
cute.
hear her say her first name throughout the chorus,
Mm.
even though it's Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh
but,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hearing her say Taylor. It was good.
Under bright lights, they withered away, but you bloom. Like, no, it was cute. It was cute.
I'm not offended.
Opalite. So next one, what is that? A mineral?
Mm,
Is that a freaking mineral?
stone, I think.
Stone?
Yeah, birthstone.
This one
Okay.
was pretty good. I didn't mind this one. This is pretty catchy.
All right, let's give this one a spin. 3 tracks in. Let's go. Taylor Swift, Life of a Showgirl. Bam. Like it's that again. That's got to be a girl group thing, like you were saying.
It's very like Shangri-La's, Ronettes,
Yeah,
crystals coated. Yeah.
it's got to be a girl
Very
group
early
thing.
'60s kind of medley on that one.
Very fun. I like that one too. I feel like the album's 3 for 3. I mean, I don't disagree with the sentiment that like the box stores are gonna be going crazy on that one. That's gonna go crazy on so many Target playlists.
Walmart too.
You're gonna be blasting that
Forever 21.
over
Yep.
Christmas. You're gonna be here. I'm sorry to anybody who's working the cash register over the holidays. You're gonna be hearing that one over and over. But it was still a fun song.
Yeah.
Still a fun song. I love that little vocal bridge with the harmonies. It was cute. It was cute.
Little Ronettes reference.
Yeah, definitely a Cole's Cash anthem. It wasn't a Christmas song, but it felt kind of Christmassy.
It did. Yeah.
It felt like very Christmassy.
Jolly.
The bells in the background.
Yeah.
Were doing it. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like that melody did come from a Christmas song. Like when we go back, it's like some girl group Christmas
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
tune, something like that.
Like, please come home for Christmas.
All right. All right. Father Figure. Next one.
I've been waiting for this one.
Get ready for the
I've been
live
hearing some
chorus.
things about Father Figure, but we're gonna see. Maybe y'all think it's a banger. Maybe y'all think it's the best song of the year.
Might be 4 for 4.
Maybe
Yeah.
4 for 4. Maybe I'm gonna say fuck the haters.
Song of the year.
Someone edit that chorus of sleigh bells. All right, let's hear Father of the Year. Sorry, Father Figure.
Father.
Father Figure. I've got one of those. Anyway, let's see
Yum.
what Father Figure's doing. Bam.
Of a younger me, I saw potential.
Whoa.
Is that about Olivia Rodrigo?
I don't know. Like,
I would
there's what?
Yeah, I would think so. With the whole
Really?
"you remind me of a younger me," their whole beef.
Wow, maybe it is.
What the fuck?
Damn.
I actually loved that song. I think that
Did you
was,
really?
I thought that was great.
That's cool. Nice.
I mean, I didn't dislike it. I mean, if I do dislike anything about it, there were kind of those. I'm trying to think of like almost those like these transitional moments like this over here. Like to me that lands like kind of awkward in transitioning into the chorus.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like it almost like extends the verse out unnecessarily, and it's like a bit of a rough landing into the hook, which pops. I
Yeah.
like the hook a lot. I'm just like sitting here mulling over just. I just feel like this is such an insane thing to say. This is an insane thing to say.
It's insane, but I'm kind of with it. With
It's
this
it's
one.
it's like kind of a twisted thing to say.
Yeah.
And there's multiple layers to what is twisted about it. And like you said, I'm like trying to sit here and figure out like who the hell is she talking about?
I think it's Olivia.
think it's
Yeah.
Olivia
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Wow.
I mean, any song where a girl's talking about her having.
But what
a
is she
big
saying
dick,
with
I
like
love
this
it.
love is pure profit? Like what do you feel like that means?
Your love is.
Because I mean I feel like that line sort of makes me think it's like a bit of a romantic thing.
It could be that. I don't know. I think the lyrics, like, your protege, you thought you could outsmart me.
Yeah,
but
protege and younger me does lean me toward your interpretation.
I saw
but then the love
potential.
being pure profit and the potential could be a romantic thing too,
This love
but
is-
then is it just sort of a love of like you love what I do or something?
Love is
or
pure profit could be their whole issue with the song.
is it somebody who you think that she's worked with?
Like someone else that she's worked with?
That they've loved working together or something?
I feel like a lot of people feel like they benefited off of each other, or they both felt maybe they benefited off of each other.
Yeah, like the beef
Yeah,
brings money in.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it does very much. I mean, it's like the messaging is very clear in terms of like whatever this dynamic is. I'm wearing the fucking pants. You can clip this. Taylor Swift has the biggest, fattest cock known to man, is what she's saying. She's whipping her dick out and she's flopping it on the table. And she's like, "Here's my big fat cock. I'm Taylor Swift."
If we didn't know before, now we know.
Right, now we know.
Now we know.
Yeah.
It's 9-incher.
We
Thick too.
would it be 13?
Yeah, it's a call
13 is
it's call her daddy moment.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's like you're saying Jesus. She literally mentioned her dick 3 times in the song.
Yeah.
She's
proud of it.
She's pegging him out,
Proud of that dick.
getting pegged out. Like, 1989 is how many inches it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the number of inches. But I mean, it's very dominant. She's coming in dominant
Yeah.
with it.
She has the right to be.
Yeah,
I
she's
think,
powerful.
You know?
Yeah.
So, which I feel like is, and I'm sure we're gonna hear moments like this deeper on the record, but like, it's a shift from songs that we usually hear where she's like, like I'm under attack.
Woe
help
is me,
oh,
victim.
oh my God. Like, has she ever gone this hard before on like a recent song where she's like, "You're my bitch"?
No.
It's like I'm the dad. Call me daddy.
Not maybe like Reputation era a little bit,
Yeah.
but like I think she was really wounded at that time, so like it didn't hit as hard as this.
That felt like more, as you say, that felt more like a backlash, a reaction to something. I'm fighting back.
Right.
That didn't feel like a dominant position.
She was climbing up a hill.
This is her like asserting,
With her dick.
I'm daddy.
Yeah. She slammed it.
I'm big dick daddy Taylor. Like, what the fuck?
I protect the family.
I protect the family,
Dick bigger than the Eiffel Tower.
which to me read almost like, when Kanye was going crazy about like, Kim kicked me out of the house. I need to be daddy. I need to be home. And Taylor's like, I'm actually daddy.
I'm the father figure here.
I'm the father
I'm
figure.
not leaving.
Put your tiny hand in mine.
That's crazy. Father figure is crazy. All right, well, yeah, she's in her BDE big dick era. No, it's true. All right, well, I didn't hate that one. I think it's a very strange angle to play, but like everything else so far, what I like about the album up until this point is that it feels very theatrical, and I feel like as outlandish as some moments of that track are, I do feel like on some level, a lot of the tracks she's performing in a way to where she almost feels like she's in character in some
Yeah,
degree.
I can see
know?
The Showgirl.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it does feel
That's the name of the
theatrical.
album.
It does feel a little bit in character. It does feel a little hyperbolic because it feels like she's kind of playing into a bit of a role, So, which I think is interesting. I think makes sense for an album like this,
Concept album.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Let's, the next track is considered the worst among the Swifties? Among the Swifties?
Heard
Okay.
that.
Interesting. All right, the next one is Eldest Daughter. This one does have like some rough opening lines from what I've seen. So, I have not heard the entire track. I haven't heard any of these tracks all the way through. I've just heard a few opening lines that have kind of proven to be controversial, but I don't know, maybe I'll warm up to them when I hear it in the full context. I guess we'll see. But here we go. Eldest Daughter. Boom. Okay, wow. Never gonna leave you now.
Never gonna leave you now, Anthony.
No, please don't. E-Potty, thoughts on that?
Not as crazy on that one. A little creepy. I don't know. A little
You were creeped out.
Creepy.
a little weird. A little weird to me. Just the lyrics were cringy for sure, but more so how like displaced some of them felt in the context of the song. The whole little spiel about breaking her arm on the trampoline, I just didn't really have too much contact.
I was 8, or maybe I was 9.
Yeah, it almost feels like she's trying to do that trendy thing of saying random things in a song and it hitting really hard, but that didn't hit hard.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was definitely like searching for stories in her life to like equate to what's happening now. I don't know. This felt a little rushed.
Yeah, I mean, this bad thing happened to me on the trampoline, and that was like the time my heart got broken.
That was the last time I smiled.
The trampoline broke my heart.
I was 8.
Like it broke my arm. I mean,
My arm and my heart.
I like the melody on that a lot. I liked the progression. I liked the verses, melodically, the way the verses kind of moved. I thought once more that was like a bit of a weak bridge moment. It's like some weird transition on that bridge. And even the last few lines where it got real quiet, I was like, this isn't just going to go right back into the same chorus, is it? And then it did instantly. I was like, okay. Like, Taylor's usually pretty good for a decent bridge,
She's known for her bridges.
Yeah, she's like not nailing it on the past couple of bridges.
No.
Like the verses and choruses are strong, and I appreciate that. The choruses are pretty weak on Tortured Poets.
Yeah. And even on Evermore, she had a bunch of tracks that had amazing bridges and then great post bridges, like instead of just jumping back into the same chorus. But it seems like she's not going down that route.
Don't worry, it gets worse from here.
But with that being said, like I do think this track had maybe my least favorite lyrics so far.
Yeah.
Like this was the weakest, and the lyrics were really kind of bringing it down. I feel like, I mean, not only am I obviously turned off by the first several lines, which like I feel like is just very odd coming from her. I mean, it's not that it's an inaccurate message, but it's like more the messenger that it's coming from. Like, yeah, sure, everybody's like apathetic now, and everyone's like too cool for fucking school on the internet, and like everybody's like overly critical and nasty about everything. But like, simultaneously, it's not like Taylor Swift's out here in like, the social media trenches, like being a bleeding heart and being like, guys, come on, why are you being so mean? It's like you have one of the most carefully curated brands in all of pop music. You're just as calculated as some of these troll freaks in a different way.
Right.
But like, there's still like a calculation there. But I mean, honestly, like I was turned off even more by the singular, I have been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness.
Yeah, I gagged
That
when I
was
first
the
heard that.
Like,
That was the
So
one.
gag worthy.
like what?
It's like, hey, Jimmy, once again, I'm too cool for school.
I'm so special. And
Like-
no one understands it.
No one understands how cool I am, guys. Like, you're really missing the point, okay?
Like, I mean, what a fucking
It's a curse.
thing
Ego.
to say about yourself.
Ego.
It's so cursed to be me, so unique, and so special, and to even call it terminal. Like, is she saying like it can't be fixed or it's going to lead to my death?
It's a curse. To
It's
be
just a
like so
curse.
special. Actually,
like
I think there's
oh.
a cool kind of bragging, like being a girl and saying that you have a huge dick, and
Right.
there's a really lame kind of bragging saying that you're so afflicted by
Like you are
uniqueness.
like literally the most famous pop star on the planet, most successful pop star
Like
on the
ever.
planet. Just like own it. That doesn't mean life can't be hard sometimes, that there aren't like difficult moments in your life and that there aren't obstacles to overcome still, even like when you're at the top. But like, a terminal uniqueness.
Call it terminal.
Just seems like a little bit of an overstatement,
Out of touch too, and kind of like removed from reality a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the
Exactly.
first time I'm seeing like that instance of this album being really in a bubble of her own.
The
Yeah.
second half gets deeper in that bubble, and it's hard to pop after that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Gigan's already heard this a couple times over because he's a bigger Swiftie than both me and E-Potty.
I played it at midnight. Spotify was crashing trying to play it. Yeah. I was like, I need to hear this right now and do nothing
I
about
need to
it.
hear it in that fresh, crisp Spotify quality.
I want that Spotify smell early on in the morning.
All right. This next track is about something that you and I have done a few times, Giggins. That's ruined the friendship.
Oh.
But
Oh.
we somehow made it work
It
again
was just
anyway.
tips. It was okay.
Yeah, we just docked a little bit. Just some platonic docking,
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for not being
Nothing wrong with that.
judgmental. Thank you for not being, so many people, when we tell people, they get judgmental about it,
We,
you know?
we should have did that for the stream though. The numbers would have been nuts.
Yeah, the numbers would have been crazy.
During the album.
During
Yeah,
Like,
during,
actually.
well, we're actually waiting for wish list to come up because
that was on both of our wish lists.
Yeah, that
Is
was
that
both
what
of our
actually
wish
Yes.
I'll close the door.
or we were going to do it on canceled and get canceled, So, all right.
Good times.
Let's listen to Ruin the Friendship and let's hear how the friendship gets ruined. Here we go.
Let's ruin it.
Oh my God. I
Well,
feel what?
there's that.
Whoa. What the fuck? What? At least, I don't know. At least I feel like I'm coming away from these songs with like maybe a 1-2 punch or like a little bit of a shock. Like, I don't know. So far, I'm not bored. With Tortured Poets Department, I was bored.
That was boring. I think that song rubbed me really boring because I compared it to Betty, like another high school themed love song that she did semi recently. And
Sure.
I think that song is so good and is done so well and is reflective looking back. And for me, like this song just kind of hit me like, okay, all right, you should have kissed them. Oh, well, they died. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect. I mean, aside from maybe a few people in chat like trying to spoil it, like I wasn't expecting the death to just pop up. But then also the lesson learned from that is like, okay, I mean, look, a lot of us have gone through high school without any of our friends dying, and I mean, I don't know if any of them dying would make me think back, oh, I should have made out with them, like this person passes away and your go-to thought is like, oh,
Wish I kissed you.
we didn't make out.
before he got mangled by that
know?
bear in the forest, we should have put tongues together.
Right, exactly. Like
Never got to hit it.
it's a very strange
bear did.
takeaway. Like you should make out with that guy. You should make out with that girl just in case
Something wacky happens.
they're dead.
I guess life's too short. Make your risky decisions. I guess.
What if that person who is that person's girlfriend, they what if down the road, because you didn't make out, that person stays your bestie,
Yeah.
and
That's a good
then they
message.
don't, they're there to pick you up on the highway when your car breaks down. You don't get run over,
That's an important.
as a
lesson,
result of that, a
too.
tractor trailer doesn't just like barrel over your car and crush you to death because you didn't make out with their boyfriend.
You didn't ruin the friendship. Yeah.
Right, you didn't ruin the friendship.
I'm curious about Travis's thoughts on this song because here she's singing about some dude like, I should have kissed that guy. And
Should have kissed that high
now
school
he's not
guy.
here anymore. I'm stuck with football man now.
Shit.
Now
Damn.
now he died.
And he's Travis sitting there playing GT like, what's up, babe? Oh, nothing. All right, cool.
I mean, like, again, like I can understand the concept of a song, of a story, of like, I used to have a crush on this person. We didn't, we left with this what if thing, and then something tragic happened. It's like, I understand having those thoughts, like dwelling on it. But I think, coming away from that, like literally saying to the audience, my advice, just do it.
Kiss everyone.
Just do it.
Because they might die.
Because again, it's like I feel like in that situation, like you're not considering what are the downsides of that. Especially, it's like I feel like it's one thing to sort of just recommend that if it's, I don't know, some random person and they're single and you're single and you're just afraid to share your feelings. I mean, sure,
Right.
but it's
Happens.
like this person was in a relationship.
You're in
You
a
know?
relationship. Like you're adults now.
You're just supposed to be a hot mess just because they might die. Like, I don't know about that.
Taking out with everybody.
I mean, if you're free and they're free and you're just kind of holding your feelings back, they're a little bottled up. Sure. Like
How about it?
put yourself out there more,
Yeah.
I mean,
I could get that.
The last day of senior year, she's got a yearbook out. She's put check marks next to all the faces, and she's like, "Good, got it, done."
Kiss,
Yeah, she's crossing
kiss,
them
Job
off.
kiss.
complete.
Made out with this person, made out with this person, made out with the whole class.
Couple of the gym
But not
coaches.
this one. Just not this one. I hope he doesn't die in about 20 years.
Well,
Fuck.
that's you come back with the yearbook at the high school reunion,
Right.
and you're like, who did I not get last time?
I gotta play my cards here and fill this thing in.
So, I mean, I don't know. I like the story. It's just a crazy takeaway. It's a crazy bit of advice to put at the end of the song.
Ruin your friendships and kiss your friends.
Ruin your friendships, get people mad at you, get people talking about you like you're a home wrecker. You know, there's a lot of. I don't think Taylor Swift is like taking into consideration that like for a lot of high school kids now, like social media makes their social lives like hell at school.
Yeah.
Awful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and if you're doing stuff that has people gossiping about you on Discord, Instagram, da 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 da,
It's not just at school.
you know, yeah, well, yeah, it's the harassment and the bullying goes beyond school, you know, so it's like I don't know if I'd be telling high schoolers to make out with other people's partners at school and not care just because you know they might die.
She doesn't
Oh.
care.
Weird
She has a big
concept.
dick.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Blood's going to the wrong place.
All right, well, I don't know if you should ruin the friendship in all cases, okay? Like, have a little more discretion about it, okay?
Think first, kiss later.
Yeah, think first, kiss later, okay? Make smart decisions.
I've been saying that for years.
All right, next one, actually romantic.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one I got the lyrics spoiled a little bit. So
Yeah, no, I think we all did. So I'm kind of curious as to what it sounds like, even if maybe I'm not crazy about the sentiment of the song, but I still want to hear what it sounds like. So here we go. Actually romantic. Let's hear it out. Boom, boom. Hold on. Time. Down now. Yeah, I'm good. Like, what the fuck?
And I'm good.
Like, really?
that's what's happening.
Like this shit?
It's the 90s, dude.
It's the 90s all over again,
Super
man.
grunge.
Rock on.
She's so punk.
Yeah, no, where is my mind, too?
Right, yeah, completely where's my mind?
Where's
yeah.
my mind? Where? Oh, my God. Yeah, it's a little Weezer, too.
Little space
That's what I
hog.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
Romantic.
I like what this person in the chat said. She's psychotic. It's awesome. No, I mean, she is out of her fucking mind.
In a really sad and embarrassing way on this one. I think she was trying to be out of her mind in a way that's like edgy and funny and cute, but like you missed the mark so badly here
Yeah.
that it's actually so embarrassing that I'm like crawling out of my skin.
It's cringy. It's really cringy. And I didn't realize this was the Charlie diss song at first. I thought it was about Travis. And I was like, oh, he's actually romantic. Like, oh, that's settling for
Like, why does
a
it sound
lot.
so angry?
Yeah, this sucks. But knowing it's about Charlie now, it's like, really?
I mean, just talk about like unaware and completely missing the point.
Yeah, just so disillusioned, like so disassociated with what's going on.
I you know, like, look, I'll say this for as like tried and true and as like worn the hell out that guitar chord progression is. I think she was having fun with it, you know. I thought her vocal delivery was animated. It was amped up. I thought the kind of big drums and the claps were kind of fun. I agree with maybe what you were saying about on the back end of the song. I feel like toward the finish, the guitars really should have gone hard.
It should have gone
And,
insane.
and there should have been some kind of Weezer-y guitar solo.
like the drums could have done, I don't know, something.
Something. Yeah, the drums were not... They were good for the start of the song.
I feel like a lot of the musicianship on this album is just like, well, it's a first day playing instruments.
Yeah, it's just
Let
very
Taylor take
basic
over.
and plain and stiff and like
It's very stiff.
very like, you know, what you see is what you get. No real crazy subtleties or anything like
Which
that.
is fine for a lot of pop music because you put the emphasis on the singer and the lyrics, which is fine. But it just like the whole album of this is.
But a real rock out ending would have been good because you got so close to it.
like you want that feedback to kick in, the bass drum. She goes like, she rips out screaming. It's like, I can't believe it's you, Charlie.
You know, look,
Call her out.
I'll say this, and I don't want anybody to sort of take this clip like the wrong way or whatever. But I feel like if you're going to do this as is, and it's really going to work, and you're going to convince people that there's like something to it, you got to act like a real crazy bitch. You know, it's got to be loud, it's got to be over the top. You got to be like, you want me to be bad and psychotic and mean? I'm here I am. Fuck you. You
That's
know.
wild.
See,
But yeah, it felt kind of mild.
I think she did that on purpose. She'd
What,
be like,
mildness?
well, yeah, because the lyrics are like, it's actually sweet. Like she's like above it all.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's actually sweet. It's cute. It's adorable.
You
Ha
don't
ha.
scare me at
Yeah, you
all.
don't scare me. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if so, I feel like she's trying to have her cake and eat it too, because like you're trying to be like she was saying earlier, you're trying to be unbothered about it, but simultaneously you want to do like a Mean Girl track.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna do a Mean Girl track, just be mean. Just be mean all the way.
Well, it
Just
did
be the
come out-
meanest that you could be.
It came out October 3rd.
Yeah.
So
True.
she nailed that one
Mean Girls
too.
Day.
But like, you know, with that being said, I mean, if I'm taking this song in a vacuum and I'm not like looking at the greater context or anything, it's like kind of a fun tune. But like knowing or presuming it's about who it's about and it's about what it's about, it just feels like such a misfire because, you know, Charlie's Sympathy is a Knife is obviously about Taylor, but it's not a diss track. It's not an insult to her. If anything, it's her more being self-effacing, you know, and like insulting herself, you know. And while I know over the last, you know, year or so, there's been like a lot of Swiftie brat tensions on the internet. In a lot of the moments where it's like boiled over and gotten a bit too much, Charlie has like come out and been like, hey, I don't want you to say this about this person or that person or be fighting this or that on my behalf, whatever. So, you know, I mean, maybe there's something to some of the behind the scenes stuff that Taylor, oh, I hear you saying this about me. I hear you saying this. But, you know, what people say in private is like what people say. People say all sorts of things in private.
It
you
makes
know?
no sense without that context. Yeah.
To sort of
Right.
drag it out like this in a song like this is like, you know, people were reacting to this tweet that I posted. I was like, I pray to God this song is not fucking real when I saw the lyrics. And it has nothing to do with like, is it a good song? Is it, you know, about who it's about, whatever. You know, it's more to do with the fact that like this track is going to make the internet hell for the next year, you know? Like it's basically giving her audience like free reign to be like, yeah, be as much of a jerk as you want to these people.
Yeah.
Because
go all
like
out.
this is me putting them on blast in a song, which is like, again, it's just going to make the internet really fucking annoying.
Really annoying. Yeah. Really sad song, especially when Sympathy is a Knife is a song that recognizes how ugly jealousy is and like realizing that and being self-aware towards that. And then this song that's completely just unaware to that.
Well, she suffers from a uniqueness.
Oh yeah. a
Yeah,
terminal
she
uniqueness.
Terminal
suffers from a
uniqueness.
terminal
Right,
uniqueness.
that's why.
We can't
think-
all be that cool.
I think the terminal uniqueness is catching up with her. The terminal uniqueness is spreading
oh,
on
Spreading.
this track.
I'd
It's-
like
it's
some.
spreading to the lungs.
I'd like some uniqueness.
You know, it's getting into the kidneys
Taylor,
on this
I'd
track. It's stage 4 uniqueness.
Like some.
All right, let's listen to Wish List. Let's hear what's on the which is on the wish list.
Which?
Which wish is on the wish? All right, here we go. Boom. With also mind you, with dollar signs. With dollar signs. Do you think Taylor just wants more money?
You know, it's about
That's what
fancy.
she's asking
It's about
for.
fancy.
Here's what's on my
things.
wish list. More cash.
I'm not rich
Give
enough.
me
Here's
more.
another 10 variants of my vinyl. Here's a demo version. Here's another version. Here's another
You
version.
think
Okay.
that Target deal should be paying enough?
Right,
At least she's
exactly.
being upfront.
All right, let's see what's on the wish list. Boom. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
I like her little rap flow. Boss up, settle down.
I like the
Got
wow.
a wish list. Boss up, settle down. Got a wish list.
I actually like that one. Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
Taylor
song?
Swift's like,
Yeah.
Oh, you-
boss
okay,
up,
good.
Gonna be
settle
brief.
down.
That's-
Got a
go for
wish
it.
list. Gang, gang.
That were
Taylor, bang, bang. My nuts hang, hang.
Big dick.
Right, she says she's got the big dick swinging.
Swing in.
Right, exactly.
this dick's sick.
E-Potty, thoughts on that since you were the warmest on it?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was bouncy. I thought it was fun. I think it sounds like someone who's very much in love, even though I think some of the lyrics can be a little misconstrued and a little questionable.
Right, the
but
block about the line about the whole block looking like you.
that's tough. That one's really tough. and
What is that? What?
People are gonna run with that one. You know.
She wants a whole neighborhood of people that look like her.
But like
You know.
when it happens, she goes, "Wow."
Wow.
Wow,
Like that's really
yeah.
weird.
It was like a bit of an Owen Wilson wow. You
wow.
know?
Wow.
She's so
wow.
amazed
It's like, oh, it happened.
of her
Ooh,
whole white block.
I got what I wanted. Cool. Wow.
Yeah, that's no exactly Haven too. It was a bit of a creepy line, but like aside from that, you were digging on the track.
Aside from that, I liked it. I liked kind of like her almost like rapping on it, like just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
That's probably why she put the dollar signs in there.
Yeah, it's
like,
God, you're right.
She should have put a dollar sign in Swift.
That is so why she put the fucking dollar sign in there.
T-Swizzle.
T-Swizzle is back
She's
after
so
all
back.
these years. Fuck.
T
When I
dollar
was
sign
listening to
whiff.
it, I was like, oh, she put the dollar signs in there because what she really wants is like a tiny, low budget life where it's just simple and da 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 da. But it's actually because T-Swizzle is back.
T-Swizzle's back in a big way.
What if it's you take out the dollar signs and it says like "We lit"?
There's something.
Like
We lit.
Max Martin had the hat from the music video, and he's like, Taylor, you got to bring her back. And he had the hat there in the studio, and it's like, you got to bring back T-Swizzle.
She drops everything. She's like, chain on.
Boss
Go.
up, settle down, got a wish list.
That does go pretty hard though if you say it like
Got
that.
Charlie XCX on my bitch list.
Making money. This is my rich list.
Denzel Curry has a song called Wish List. Maybe they'll do a mashup of the two.
Ooh, deluxe.
Deluxe.
Yeah, I mean, there were more unlikable tracks for sure. It was cute. It was cute. I like the glistening synths. I like the beat. Again, it felt a little cringe in terms of like life of a trad wife, like somebody was saying earlier. But I feel like this is another moment. I'm like, this is what I kind of wish Midnight's was.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a real glossy pop vibe and number, like give it something that's gonna pop a little bit. Give it something that's gonna make it stand out. Give it something that's funny or a little outlandish or eccentric or something. Give it some fun. Like Wish List. Even in the moments that, aside from the block thing, where it does feel a little bit, like it does sound like she's having fun with it. So it's like, at least she's having fun. Like the fun factor does make it a little bit more appealing than it would be if it was just this dry, turgid, dour, slow, underwhelming,
Yeah, and
So,
playing into like the victim mentality. I just thought it made me laugh. So if a song can make me laugh, I'm kind of down with it.
Good sign.
Yeah, like one thing that I appreciate this album for being coming out of the Poets era and the Midnights era and even Folklore and Evermore, which I liked, is that this feels lively.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like upbeat. It feels like it's got a bit of punch and energy to it. I don't know.
I'm missing the punch, man.
Missing the punch. It's not the punchiest.
Like there's
It's
energy.
punchy.
There's some
it's
energy.
punchier.
But yeah, it's punchier than
comparative
the last
punch.
one was. Yeah.
Well, there's punchier shit. Believe me. Like I'm not saying this is not a haymaker. It's like in comparison to the past couple of records, it's more like a love tap. But at least I feel like I'm getting tapped.
Just a little.
Proud of you, man.
Getting tapped a little bit.
Proud of you.
All right, let's listen to Wood.
This is the I'm
I
pretty
wish
sure.
Taylor Wood.
I think this is the Jackson 5 rip-off sounding song.
There's a Jackson 5 rip-off sounding
It sounds like I
song?
Want You
Here?
Back. It goes dun 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 dun.
Oh God.
I think this is the one.
All right.
I could be wrong.
Let's hear it. Wood.
Open my thighs.
That was the key.
Oh my God.
Travis is apparently really built.
What the? Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's a big dude. What do you
Jesus
want?
Christ, Giggins.
He's a big dude.
Wow.
We don't know.
Taylor's dick crazy on this record.
Dick crazy.
She's got a dick.
He's got a dick.
Everyone's
He's
got a dick.
Big.
This album's dicked up.
It's like a dick measuring contest.
Here's one Sabrina Carpenter album. I have to write a song about dicks.
Right, that's the thing. I feel like she heard Sabrina Carpenter and was like, oh, we're getting horny now? We could be horny like this? We could get on stage and be like, "Gluck, gluck, gluck." Like, that's okay now? We've been able to do that?
I've been waiting for years for this moment.
She didn't
It's
know.
like, well, I didn't know we were getting our freak on.
And calling it Wood just straight up, it should just be called Dick.
Like, it's funny for her to go in this direction, but I feel like she kind of overdid it with all the dick metaphors and like,
Yeah.
just like, how many times can I say dick without saying dick? She wouldn't even say dickmatized me.
Oh,
When she said it earlier on the album.
she did say it.
Like, you're already talking about your dick. Talk about his dick. What's the difference? You're already talking about dick.
To say one positive, I think the kind of knock on wood analogy is a little clever. To
That's funny.
To pair that with, dick it's a little clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, then all the rest of them are just so on the nose. that
Yeah,
it
just sort of
takes
like throw out
clever
the
out of it.
cocky line twice and then the redwood tree line twice. And it's like, okay, come on.
It was I don't have to knock on wood to know a hard rock is on the way.
Oh my god.
I mean, isn't that sweet?
And
He's gonna marry me because he's a big dick.
I slightly disagree with your comment on the kickoff. I feel like that was I feel like that was more Maroon 5 than Jackson 5.
Yeah, you were saying Maroon 5.
a
Yeah.
little more Maroon 5.
You wait for
vibe.
Adam Levine to pop in.
Yeah, Adam Levine to pop in and be like, huh, he's gonna be in the remix, you know? Yeah, I got a redwood tree.
The Target edition.
And you targeted, yeah.
Yeah, in the Target
Deluxe.
edition, Adam Levine coming in, reading off his texts, reading off his DMs, getting real freaky in the DMs with Adam Levine.
I don't know. Maybe she couldn't say straight up dick because it's like owned by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
It's like property of the Chiefs.
His dick.
His dick is property of the Chiefs.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
There's a tattoo there.
You know, I feel like there's going to be some things about this record for her fandom that I'm sure, you know, like a lot of her younger listeners' parents are already going to find beyond the pale. You know,
Yeah.
you're already talking about your dick earlier on the record. Now you're going to talk about your fiance's dick. It might be a bit too much.
Well, like, honest question, because I'm over 30 years old. Do young people listen to Taylor Swift anymore? Or is it more of a 20-somethings game?
I think a lot of
and
young
up.
people still listen to Taylor
Like
Swift.
high schoolers will still play Taylor Swift?
You know,
I'm
when
gonna say-
when Taylor Swift was, I forget in what context this was, but you know, I remember especially when there was like a lot of debate and controversy around like her ticket prices. You know, there were a lot of dads being like, "I take my daughters to see Taylor Swift." So you know, it's there's I think there's still like a lot of younger fans out there rocking with Taylor Swift.
There's younger fans for sure. It's definitely, I think, as time has gone on, has been attached more to like the millennium.
Because
but
that's who she is.
that's
She's
who
a millennial.
She is.
You know, that's
Yeah.
who she is.
She
Her
rides that-
appeal is wider.
Yeah, she rides that pretty hard, but I think Gen Zs are rocking with her
That's cool.
in
That's
a
good.
different way.
Yeah.
Gen Zs are definitely rocking with T Swizzle.
Thank
you
God.
know?
I mean,
Gotta keep that swizzle stick up.
Get that wish list, keep the money in my fist.
that's why she brought T Swizzle back, because she's trying to reach the Gen Zs.
She's trying to
actually.
reach the Gen Z. She's like, they're into hip hop now.
Yeah, so
Playboy Cardi remix coming up soon.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a Cardi remix on that one. All right. Well, hopefully you guys haven't reached your dick quota. I don't know how much dick is going to come up on this album. So there's a Sabrina Carpenter feature on the very last track, so I imagine there's probably going to be another dick shout out.
Maybe.
By the
We're
end of the
lucky.
album.
Sadly, flaccid song.
The next song on the record is Canceled.
I'm scared.
I'm kind of canceled too. This is actually the song that going into it, looking at the track list, I have feared the most.
I'm shaking.
Because I was like, what could she possibly be singing about on this song?
Obviously, private planes.
Obviously. Well, I mean,
Obviously.
you know, but the thing is, like, that is no. I don't want to hear about you being canceled because you fly your plane too much.
She can't take a joke.
You know?
No.
No.
So, I don't know. I guess we're going to see. Again, the song is titled Canceled. Again, I don't know what she possibly could say here. She's like, hey, you know what? They were too hard on Bill Cosby is what she's going to say. She's like, I think they were a little too tough on Bill.
Fuck cancel culture. We're
like-
losing the good ones.
Yeah, hopefully it's not that. I'm praying it's nothing along those lines. All right, let's see what the heck she says here. Canceled. Boom.
You thought
I'm stopping it. I'm
Yeah.
stopping
Thank
that
you.
one.
I
I'm stopping
can't.
that one.
So-
I'm stopping that
I'm like
one.
getting mad.
So cringe.
Worst song so far. I mean, at least it's the worst song by several miles. I would be more upset if like there were 4 songs on here as bad as that one. Thankfully, so far there aren't. I mean, we only have 2 left, but like, what the fuck?
It's so bad. It drags the whole album's integrity to the floor.
Yeah, it takes a giant
It
wet
really
dump all
does,
over
and it feels like a total like 180 on. I'm not going to say her actual sort of like. I'll say this: it feels like a 180 on sort of on the way a lot of her fans portray her. You know, like especially given all of the like, fights and battles she's, dug her heels in the music industry and against certain people, and the way that like, her fans tend to view a lot of like ill-mannered and badly intentioned men in the music industry, with good reason. This feels like a total fucking, what does this mean in that fucking context? It's like, actually, I like bad people and dirt bags and people who have skeletons in their closet.
And getting
Like,
away with
And
it.
bodies in the attic.
like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, and all my friends have the same scars. Oh my God. Like,
Which
who
friends are we talking about?
Yeah, what
'Cause
friend group are we talking
The
about?
friends from the underworld.
Like, yeah, and what the fuck is the underworld?
Friends from the
you mean
underworld.
Patrick Mahomes and like Mrs. Mahomes.
Right, exactly. It's like a lot of people are sort of saying like there's a bit of a like a MAGA vibe because maybe she's talking about like some of her right wing friends, which has been like
Kinda.
more in football circles or whatever.
But
But, like-
you can't throw around the word underworld, but like give me some kind of context.
Right, exactly. Like I feel like in the modern age where you literally have more than half of the country theorizing about what our president's connections are to the biggest pedophile on the planet, in history. Like our general perception of like what's cancellation, what's the underworld, what skeletons in your closet is, it's the Overton window's fucked.
Yeah.
So like I feel like maybe there would have been a time period where maybe a song like this from Taylor could make a little bit of sense, but I feel like broadly speaking, our view of like what is cancelable, what's bad behavior, whatever the underworld even would be in this context is like totally fucking skewed.
I just
You know?
imagine Taylor Swift in like the Skull and Bone Society wearing a bunch of hoods, chanting weird mantras.
Again, again, this is her, these are her words. Underworld?
Tone deaf, I mean, in considering the context that we're surrounded
Like
by.
where are you hanging out with these people?
Oh, you're just casually smoking cigarettes behind a Velvet Underground concert, So underworld.
And look, either way, it's not good. Like we're either talking about like she's actually associating with people who are just like horrible,
Yeah.
or out of boredom and restlessness, she's like, that teenage girl standing outside of, the convenience store is not even 18 yet, smoking a cigarette. She's like, I'm bad. I'm being bad.
And that's the underworld.
Because I have, yeah, exactly. Which is like not an underworld at all.
Right.
You just think you're misbehaving.
The
I had-
smoker's wall.
I had 2 bags of Funyuns tonight.
I stayed up
I'm
past
naughty.
my bedtime.
Mom won't
Not
know.
a phase, Mom.
Yeah,
right.
Not
exactly.
a phase.
Not a phase,
It's the
exactly.
underworld, actually.
Exactly. She's either actually turning her eye to some pretty terrible stuff because, yeah, we're all bad, or she's like, building it up to be something it isn't, which is also cringe.
Also, we don't all have bodies in our attics.
Yeah.
Like,
What the hell is that line?
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, we don't all do terrible, terrible things. You might be surrounding yourself with people who all do, which let's take a look at that for a second.
Yeah. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Like,
and yeah,
skeletons in a closet, that's like a metaphor
That's one
everyone can
thing.
appreciate, but bodies in your attic? That's not cool.
bodies in your attic is a bit much. Yeah. And not everybody does things and doesn't sort of like fess up to them afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's also that. So yeah, she needs a face tap. This is a
Here we go.
reputation
Yeah.
throwaway. It does feel like a little bit of a reputation kind of throw it. Maybe it is Illuminati confirmed. We'll just have to see. All right. We have a couple more left. Honey is one of them. But yeah, that was the worst. How is that even worse than the Charlie track?
That gave me a headache.
Yeah. Yeah.
That gave me a
And,
headache.
and on
For
top
real.
of it, like the pounding beats and the strings just sounded like a bad Netflix original drama, like a really bad Succession ripoff, just Succession but bad,
Right.
Wow.
That might be her worst song ever.
Ooh, wow.
I would go as far as to say that.
Wow. Yeah.
I had a visceral reaction.
All right,
I heard the vomiting begin.
all right, let's hear Honey. Let's see what Honey's got. Hopefully it picks up from here because Jesus, boom boom.
Call me honey if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have something to say.
Okay, you go first. You got something to say.
I got two things to say.
Okay, you got two things to say.
First up, the bar is in hell. I mean,
Wow.
like if that is your bar, that someone calls you pet names and they're not doing it in a condescending way, let's kind of like scratch our heads at that a little bit. On the other hand, being more positive, I think that was a nice little twist to say, like, oh, I used to always hate when people would call me this because it was passive aggressive or condescending or demeaning, misogynistic, whatever it was. But when you say it to me, it's real and genuine. So I kind of like that twist.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I feel like musically and in terms of like at least the level of, I'll say lyrical wit, and I'll also say, I don't know, whatever angle is being worked in the storytelling or, the theme of the song. I wouldn't say this is the worst track on the album, but to me it felt like the most unnecessary. I just don't see what it brings to the table that the past 10 songs didn't,
I think musically those drums were just so old sounding. It's like a
The
very 2012
drums had
song.
a bounce to them, but it was a generic beat.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really anything special or stand out about the way she was singing outside of the which
That's
like
my least
we've
favorite part of the
heard
song.
her do that sort of thing on
She loves doing
many
that.
a song in the
know.
past.
She
It's-
loves doing
It's
that.
not even like a new thing. It's not even a different thing for Taylor. Like she's written better songs, like pulling that little thing off, And structurally, it was pretty plain as well. It just felt like it just almost a nothing burger to me. It just felt like a nothing burger.
It was basically Abbey Road compared to Canceled.
Well, that's the thing, again, it's
Honestly,
it's
think
far
that's why I
from the
liked it.
worst track on the album. It's definitely an improvement. I feel like the only way you can get away with this song is putting it after the worst. Like after the worst, it was like, oh, this is actually a lot
This
better.
isn't too bad.
Yeah, this is not too bad.
Honey?
It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
I
where,
like it.
where are we gonna put honey? What are we gonna do? It's
I
like
like
everyone's
it.
gonna think it's boring no matter where we put it. Put it after the last,
Right
after the worst
worst.
track. Oh, the worst one? Yeah, put it after that.
That'll get them.
That's how we trick them.
That's how we trick them.
It's like there has to be 13 songs.
You've got to get to that Sabrina Carpenter song somehow.
Right, exactly.
Keep them in there.
So, yeah, no, I don't disagree. Stock music, it felt almost like stock music. Like if you pulled her voice out of that, there'd be nothing to that instrument.
No.
What's that website that you use that people have used to get samples from?
Splice.
Splice.
Yeah,
Might
no,
be a
it
Splice
sounds
song.
almost like
Yeah.
a beat you could throw together and splice in 10 minutes.
Right.
J Money, thank you for the gifted subberinos. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yay.
And everybody else who's been subbing as well that I haven't normally shouted out just because we got a lot going on. We're
Thanks for
getting
being here.
observations, thoughts, critiques, so on and so forth. But yeah, that drum beat, those couple of piano chords, you could throw that together and splice in like 10 minutes. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, I need piano chords that do this note, this key, this chord, whatever. And then you had like those weird little kind of funny breakdowns where like the upright bass came in, and it just felt so random.
Ron Carter
you
on
know?
bass.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I'm kidding. You
But yeah,
imagine that?
it felt like you just got like a bunch of random samples pulled from out of nowhere, and you're just kind of throwing them all in, just to kind of keep things at least a little bit interesting. Because again, as a song, it just feels like a nothing burger.
Throwaway track.
All right, well, we have the title track now, the closing track with Sabrina Carpenter. I love that Taylor got all of her horny lyrics out of the way, so maybe she can let Sabrina, do her horny thing.
She has
on
to be
the
horny
lyrics.
too.
Right, exactly.
It's not fair.
Like, you just can't both be crazy horny on the
Equal
song.
opportunity time, right?
Right.
Get it out of the way earlier, so then when Sabrina's doing it on her own, it sounds more novel. Let's see what the life of the showgirl is all about. Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor are going to tell us. I'm positively sure. Here we go. Boom. Wow.
Like the corniest ending ever.
You're softer than a kitten.
Softer than the kitten. I just feel like that was such an anticlimactic ending.
I don't really have much to say about that other than, ew.
Sabrina was the best part.
And the transitions just felt like you were just throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck. Like we had all these random transitions, but it didn't like really build up
It didn't go anywhere.
into anything. Like for something that was trying to sound so theatrical, and somebody said like referenced the song as being like musical, like
Yeah.
a stage show or something like that.
Yeah.
It just didn't really culminate into an exciting send off.
The life of a snooze fest.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Gonna be a showgirl tonight. Gonna be a showgirl tonight. Gonna be a showgirl tonight.
Gonna get up on that stage. We're all gonna
Bonk.
Big finish.
Like,
Don't
come
worry,
on, man.
we're gonna be out there back to do it to you one more time.
Do a little bit of soft
Fireworks.
shoe. Like, hi.
We got Sabrina. We got Taylor. Get on out here.
Hey, oh, hey, ho, hey.
You want songs about dicks? We got songs about dicks.
Don't you be a dick to me. I'll put you under the ground.
I got the biggest dick, you see. My name's Taylor.
Michael.
Okay. The whole album for me just feels like a Porsche, but you open the hood and there's a drawing of an engine inside. That's the whole album. It's like it wants to be great and it wants to be shiny, but there's just nothing going on.
I felt like I was gaslit, or
Yeah.
like love bombs. Like the beginning really had me, and I was really invested. And I was like, I think I might go to bat for this. I'm really riding for this. And then right as we hit the halfway mark,
Yep.
No, I mean, I agree with E-Potty. Like, it did have a strong start, and it was very fun. It was very entertaining. But after a while, it just like kind of felt like diminished returns, And as it went on, it got cringier and goofier, and the final moments were the worst.
it's sadder.
In terms of like the just really the 1, 2, 3 of canceled was terrible. Honey was forgettable, and then the life of the showgirl just didn't really bring much in terms of like a memorable finale. Like what elements of the song were good sounded like borrowed melodic ideas from a Shania Twain tune,
Right.
And outside of that, it just felt like just badly organized glitz and glamour. And then it ended with like, okay, we love you
We're
guys.
going home.
We'll see you later.
That was the show.
That was the show. Say
Thanks
hi
for
to the
coming out.
band.
Drive safe.
Out with a fizzle.
Yeah.
See you later, guys. We'll see you next time.
No sizzle, all fizzle.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, say hi to the dancers. Here we go.
Give it up for Greg on the drums.
So yeah, terrible curtain call for the record. Strong start, very rough, mixed bag around the middle point, and then just like did not nail the ending at all.
Flopped.
I mean, I feel like a strong 1 is like a little too over the top. It's not quite that bad. I didn't even think Tortured Poets Department was quite that bad. I think overall I probably liked it more than Tortured Poets.
Yeah.
But like,
I had more fun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, I
right.
definitely had more fun listening to it. I also feel like they're difficult albums to compare side by side just because of how long Tortured Poets was. I feel like I'm maybe a little bit forgiving of this in comparison because it is just a very tight 12 songs in 41 minutes.
Yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
there are definitely like elements of this album that I feel like I would be less tolerant of. And, I mean, maybe I'll get a more accurate assessment after I've heard it 5-6 times, But I feel like there are elements of it, at least in terms of a first listen, that I would be more forgiving or would be less forgiving toward if this album were like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Like, even if it was like an hour and a half of Elizabeth Taylor, I'd be like, fuck, what are we doing here? Like,
be
please release me from this prison,
An hour
Like,
of canceled.
I want to be out of here, an hour of canceled.
Yeah.
At least in the track list that how it currently stands, I'm like, oh, canceled's like the one excruciating moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas outside of that, at its worst, the album is like, so what?
Like an eye roll.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm mixed. I'm mixed, a little bit in terms of my feelings about the record, but I don't think it's their worst album. I don't think it's their worst,
It's not bad. It's forgettable. Like I'm probably never gonna play it ever again after this. Like I might play it one more time to see if I missed something, but it's just boring.
I think a lot of those songs on the Tortured Poets extended, like that whole second half, I think actually has a lot of merit and got a little overlooked. Like some of those deep cuts are like really great, like great lyrics sonically, but I think the songs on here that were bad were way more unforgivable than anything I heard on Tortured Poets.
I can see that.
No, I don't disagree with that. I do think Aaron's production on that side of the record was better than on the first half. The issue is that there's just too many samey sounding songs on the second half. So what does stand out and is like good kind of feels like it's a little bit lost in just the repetitiveness of it, But yeah, no, I agree. The lows were definitely like lower here, but there's like less material to contend with. So it feels like a little less sort of daunting to
Right.
listen to it. You know, it was like a bit more of a breeze to go through.
I like the chorus a little bit to Life of a Showgirl. Like that phrase, the way they sing it is cool, but I just wish the song around it was more interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the album. We heard the album. We heard the record, y'all. We heard the record and gave our thoughts.
survived.
There we go. Go us. Go us. We did it.
Did it.
Like good troopers.
Proud of you guys. Proud of you guys.
I'm proud of all of you too. I'm proud of you.